Alright, now to finish up this year with another anticipated list, and this time I'm jumping back to video games, obviously. This time it's only going to be a top 5, with a few honorable mentions here and there. Also keep in mind, on this list, obviously, I'm not going to be including consoles, so Nintendo Switch, even though that's coming out, and it looks like a cool idea, it's obviously not going to be on this list. Last of Us Part 2 sounds like cool, the trailer looks cool, and, well, I can't assure that it's going to come out next year. If it does, that would be great, but it's not going to be on this list, like I said, because I'm not 100% sure, because Naughty Dog is probably going to take their sweet time with this one, because you want it to be great, right? And they want to make sure it's, has their time taken with this one and not rushed. You don't want another Sonic 06 with this one. So, these are the ones I know for sure are coming out next year. They may get postponed, but as far as I know, they're coming out. So, let's get to it.
Number 5, Sonic Mania. Yep, Sega's at it again, and they're going to keep going with the old Blue Hedgehog, even though he's been through some, hit or miss games over the years. And yes, we all know Sonic Boom was terrible, and Sonic Lost World was so-so. So let's hope for the sake of this game rebounds the franchise back to its Sonic Generations/Colors era, and less like that horrible Sonic 06 game, and like I said, Sonic Boom. So it may be good. The trailers look promising, so let's hope for the best out of Sega, shall we?
Number 4, Injustice 2. Oh yes! Even though DC Comics has not really had the best record with movies lately, the video game, on the other hand, Injustice 1, was pretty damn good, actually. It took me a little bit of time for it to grow on me, even though it's kind of a Mortal Kombat copycat, and, well, it's made by the same studio, NetherRealm. And, well, obviously it's only T14 rated, because, even though they did a crossover between Mortal Kombat and DC, this is basically just DC comic characters fighting each other. It's pretty fun. I like the first one, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can bring into this one. Let's hope more characters, more scenery, fighting arenas, more moves, and so forth, especially online. Should be cool. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, yeah. Yeehaw! Back in the old West, Grand Theft Auto goes, and shall I say, Rockstar too as well. They haven't disappointed me yet. It's about time already, right? I just wish Rockstar would hurry the hell up, or I'm sorry, I won't hurry you guys, because we want a Bully 2 as well, but I'm glad this game's getting a sequel. Great to see you back in the Old West. Let's hope for some horseback riding, maybe more vehicles, maybe more characters. Obviously, since John Marston's dead, unless it's a prequel, who knows what the story is going to be about. The trailer looks great, and I'm sure Rockstar hopefully won't disappoint. And let's hope for some great DLC, but make it a great full game. Don't hawk DLC and make it a requirement into, taking out the joy in this one, which I'm sure they won't. They're not like freaking Capcom when they did Street Fighter Tekken, but let's just not hope they don't disappoint. If they gotta take their time and push it to the following year, that's fine, but don't disappoint me. Make this a trip to the West that's just as good, or if not, better than the first one. Number 2, South Park Fractured But Whole. Okay, obviously I know I put this on the list for 2016, but as you all know, it was originally set to come out in December of 2016, this month to be exact. But it sadly got pushed to March, but don't consider that a bad thing, because, come on, you want it to be a true sequel to Stick of Truth. You don't want it to be anything like those crappy N64 or PS1 games. Come on. Those games sucked. You want this to be a great follow-up and make their superheroes this time around. It needs all the potential it could possibly get. It needs the time to make sure it's done right. So, yep, don't disappoint me. Don't make me pissed off as Cartman always is. Okay, Ubisoft, don't. And obviously before I get to the number 1 spot, might as well get to a few honorable mentions as I mentioned before. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Okay, well, I loved the first 2 Resident Evil Revelations games. Resident Evil 4 was superb. Number 5 I thought was pretty good, so then of course along the way with Operation Raccoon City and 6, they kind of lost their way. So let's hope this can bounce back the franchise and bring it back to its full glory, shall we? Come on, Capcom. We know you can do better than those 2. Tekken 7. Yeah, Tekken's back. Even though I'm not a die-hard fan of this franchise, I played a few of the games. They're pretty enjoyable, though they're not really for everybody, but I think this one might pull it off. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Yeah, apparently this is what they're calling it instead of Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but yeah, the series hasn't disappointed me. Well, I'd say the third one was great. In fact, well, I'd say the third one, you know, the Ultimate version, that is, was probably the better version. Lots of characters, and let's hope for that out of this one, too, as well. Great crossover game. Alright, now, the number one most anticipated game of 2017. This is just my opinion, people, and I'm sure most of you can agree and are tired of waiting for this one. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, finally, it finally got the trailer and it finally got a title. Yes, we all kept calling it Legend of Zelda for Wii U. And obviously we know the Wii U is pretty much at the end, especially with the Switch coming out. And in case you haven't heard, no, this game is not getting canceled for the Wii U. It's getting released for both this console and the Switch, which originally was dubbed as the NX, but I don't know what's up with Nintendo covering up their names or whatever. I mean, it's like they originally called the Virtual Boy, you know, that thing was an abomination, the VR19 or whatever. And, well, this one was called the NX for some reason. But yes, it's coming out for both of these consoles, the Switch and the Wii U. So, yeah, you know, they want to do like with the Wii. They gave one last Zelda game for the Wii, the Skyward Sword, that is. And, well, they want to give the well-promised and well-delayed Zelda game for the Wii U. Because, well, you want to finish up the console in a grateful manner. And I'm hoping it does so. Especially after all this time and constant delays, it's gotta be well worth it. The trailer looks great, and I'm sure it will be. Let's hope it's an adventure like no ordinary. So, that's my list right there, people. Until next time, happy gaming, and well, have a happy new year. We'll see you next year.